Hey guys, my name is JP and today I'm going to show you guys how to make some wooden rings out of some old recycled skateboards. So first of all, you guys are going to need an old skateboard deck. I have one right here. It's an old broken skateboard deck that a friend gave me. Next, you guys are going to need some kind of saw. I'm going to show you guys how to do it all with hand tools, because there's a lot of videos on YouTube where people show you how to do it, but they have power tools, and I know how much it sucks to not have any of those tools and want to make some stuff. So I'm going to show you guys how to do what tools you might have around the house. This saw most of you might have. I'm going to be using a jeweler's saw just because it makes it a little easier to get around those fine edges. And the only other thing that I'm going to be using that's a power tool is going to be the drill. You guys are going to see what that's for in a bit. So I already cut a piece off right here, and then what you want to do is maybe get an existing ring that you already have that you know what size it is. This ring is going to be for a customer. Someone just bought one of my rings on Etsy, so I already know that she asked me for a size 7, so I know this is a size 7. I'm going to put it right here, and then I'm going to circle out what I want to do. It doesn't matter if you don't get it quite right the first time, because remember, you're going to be working with your hands, so you don't necessarily have to get it just right, because you're going to work with it later. And then you're going to just get those edges. Again, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, because later you're just going to be working with it by hand and smoothing out those edges. You're going to be working with it by hand, and then you can just smooth out those edges. So let's get started. Okay guys, so I've gone ahead and cleared off the table, and I got the piece that I'm going to be working with right here. I don't know if you can see the little circle that I drew. I kind of already cut out a little chunk to get started. Like I said, I was going to use this. So what I did right here, I kind of made up a little jeweler's like work table. You might want to get something a little better than this, or if you have some kind of vice grips to hold the wood in place while you cut. Sadly, I do not have a vice. This is kind of like a hobby I have right now that I do on the side. I don't have a lot of money for the tools. Again, that's why I'm showing you guys how to make this with hand tools, because I know how much it sucks to not have the money to go out and buy some power tools. So you have to do it with what you got, right? So I'm gonna start off right here. I like cutting off the excess, so I'm probably gonna cut off like that, and then cut off like that, and then just cut off the extra pieces of wood. That way I'm just kind of working with the center chunk right there. I actually forgot to tell you guys, before anything, you're gonna want to drill out the center of this ring, because it's gonna make it a lot easier to work with afterwards. If you you could technically drill the hole out later, but it's gonna be a lot harder to do it. So I'm just gonna put it right here. Okay, so we've gone ahead and drilled out the hole. So what we're gonna do now is just cut around. So let's get started on that. I'm gonna put some clamps here on the side. By the way guys, if you guys have any questions, let's leave them down in the comments. If you guys want to order this, I'll also put the link to my Etsy, just for those that don't have the tools or the patience to do this. And That's what happens when you get too impatient. I was almost there, guys. Look at that. I could probably snap this off right now. I'm probably gonna end up doing that. Again, guys, patience is key with everything in life. Everything in life is patience. I should have just done that. But, too late now. Woohoo! Okay, guys, so now the fun part begins. I'm just gonna speed through most of this stuff when I'm cutting and I'm sanding. So basically all you have to do now is just do small circles on sandpaper. The lower the grit, the faster, the higher the grit, the slower. So this is some 120 grit sandpaper. It's pretty cheap. So slowly, once we get the shape of the ring, I'm gonna move up to a higher sandpaper and I'll show you guys what to do then. So now I'm just gonna kind of speed through this. Guys, I'm gonna take a quick second to say belt sanders are your friend. So if you guys have a belt sander, use the belt sander. So at this point, we kind of have a nice round shape. It's not perfect, but at this point we can get some sandpaper, roll it up nice and tight, something that can fit into the hole that you made in the center. Again, it kind of works better if you make the hole in the exact center. Since my hole is a little off, I have to be mindful of that and kind of work my way around that. And yeah, so now you kind of do that, and now just sand until you make the hole bigger. And yeah. So slowly but surely you'll get the hole, and little by little you just gotta work it like that. Or I like working in one section, getting it down. Once you get it down, then you go down to the other section and you work that down, and little by little you start getting a ring. So the camera might die soon. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can on camera, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I got it down to where I can fit this dowel inside. So, oh, I just got it to fit a little bit ago. Okay, I guess I have to sand it down a little more. Okay, so now that you can fit the dowel inside, this is where it starts getting a little easier, because now I know that the inside ring size is correct. So now I just have to smooth out the outside. So what I do put this inside my drill. And just like this. And you can already kind of see it start to take shape. So I'm gonna do this for a little while longer and I'll get back to you guys soon. So after what seems like hours of sanding, sanding on the inside and sanding outside and everything, you start getting something like this, which is basically a finished product. Now what we want to do is we want to touch it up a little. So what I do is I get one of these and I get some sockets, and I wrap them around with painter's tape or masking tape. So this is what I put on later for when I have rings that are a little too big, but basically you can start fitting that on there. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how to polish it now. I was gonna do it with one of these, which is usually what I do, is I get some sort of nut or something that fits, and I have this adapter so that I can put it on there, and then the ring usually fits on top. But since some of you might not have this at home, I'm gonna do it with a dowel, and I'm gonna put some electrical tape on it to make it thicker so that the ring will fit on it. Just to show you, we've come a long way. Okay, careful with this stuff, because when it gets in your eyes, it hurts. Not that I got some in my eye right now, but I've actually had some of this flick up into my eye, and it is not fun, trust me. So most of the video from here on out, I guess I'll be quiet. I don't really talk much when I'm working. I just kind of do it quietly. I usually play music, but I don't want to play music to interrupt the video just in case I want to comment or anything. So basically by now, you should start noticing some kind of shell forming around the ring. And then this shell is going to make it waterproof. I'm using CA glue or super glue. I like Loctite, but basically the runnier you can get the super glue, the better. I also use this, which is Bob's Industries Instacure. Oh, also, don't put super glue and then forget that you put super glue, because it'll stick to your hands. Okay guys, so this is the last and this is the final step. Basically, what you're gonna get is, I just have paste finishing wax. And what you want to do is get a paper towel like that and just kind of rub some of it in. So far this has worked good for me. I don't know if you guys want to try something different, but yeah. And I'll get the paper towel and I'll buff it. I'll switch sides. Get a little bit over here. And after that, yeah. Okay, so all I did was coat the inside with the glue, and I just spin it to make sure that I don't have any uneven spots, and then I just go through it very carefully and I make sure that on the inside I have no blank spots, which this one seems to be covered pretty well. Now I just have to spin it for a little while and wait until it dries, and that's pretty much it. If you did this step right, everything around here should be nice and smooth. Same thing on that side. It might be just a little messy. You might want to clean it up a little bit on the drill, but if it's not, I mean, everything should be good. and it should be very smooth to the touch. As you can see, it's very reflective, meaning it's very smooth. And so basically that's it. That's how I make my rings. Hopefully you guys can make some for yourselves. If you have any questions, please put them down below in the comments. Like I said, this is my first video. Sorry if it's not that great quality. I'm still getting used to my camera, and it's my first time making a video like this. Well guys, thank you so much and hope you enjoy. To end the video, I'll put some pictures of the ring close up, and have a great night guys.